and many countries would envy them. So yes, these things, okay, they are good. These are the indicators. But these indicators, they are not translating.
Nigerians are not even feeling the benefits.
Nigerians are not feeling the benefits. That's just the word to use. Nigerians are not feeling the benefits of your reform, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With due respect, sir, we acknowledge, we appreciate your bold, your audacious move to make sure that Nigeria no longer operates the parallel exchange rate, that we are now operating just a single exchange rate, which is good. But we need you to do more, Mr. President. We knew what you did in Lagos State. It was fantastic. We knew what you did in Lagos State for 8 years. It was marvelous. Now that you are the president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, we need you to do more.
Yeah.
Yes, translate these things to the life of the people. More importantly, Nigeria need food on their table. Nigeria need cheap food. We need food affordability. We need food security. Okay, all right. I know the president is listening. The president is a president that listens. So let's go to other stories on the front page of the Vanguard. Okay, INEC chair. The new INEC chair for Council of States preview today. There's an understanding that some names have been submitted to the Council of State for consideration, and after that, I think those names will be forwarded to the National Assembly for confirmation and other processes that would take effect. So, in the sub headlines of that headline, Tinubu to present nominees at today's meeting. Amupiton in top contention, screened president in firm control of nomination process. How politicians try to force choice of nominees. APC chairman's institutional input. Okay, so that is that. So I believe maybe in the next coming days we'll have a new INEC chairman. Like yesterday, the INEC chairman handed over to Miss May Agbamoche, who is the acting chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. He handed over to her. So there's a possibility that in a couple of days, in the next coming days, a new INEC chairman will emerge. And so that he can start as early as possible for the 2027 general election. So another important headline again that we would love our listeners and our viewers to get aware of. Senate summons Defense Minister, Chief of Staff, IGP over insecurity in Kwara. So the Senate, the Red Chamber of the Parliament has called for Defense Minister, has called for Chief of Army Staff, and also called for the Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Egbetokun, to appear before it over insecurity in Kwara State. Nigeria is still battling with insecurity. They are still battling with insecurity. Also, another quick one there. Court orders arrest of ex-INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu for contempt. I think during the week, I think it was on Tuesday or so, he nearly got arrested.
Yes.
Yeah, he nearly got. I think we took that story.
Yes,
he nearly got arrested, but that didn't come up. But again, court orders arrest of ex-INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu for contempt. So this shouldn't be happening under the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, despite the antecedents of the former INEC chair. I think they would know how to handle this amicably so as not to cause embarrassment on the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay, because let's go to Punch.
Okay, let's go on the Punch.
Yeah, also, sorry, viewers, if you are just tuning in, this is Overt Radio. We are broadcasting to you live from the city of Lagos, the center of excellence. Lagos is a city that never sleeps. We are currently streaming on TikTok, Overt News TV. Go to your TikTok, Overt News TV, and send us a message concerning what we are doing at the moment. Okay, over to you.
Okay, thank you, the listeners. On the Punch, Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report. I think we said that earlier, that Nigerians living in poverty, they rose from 150 million in 2023
to 139
million in 2025. Look at it. That is it's not. That is 2 years. 2 years. So it's increased from 115 million to 139 million.
9 million.
So let's go to the next one. Nigeria lost $10 billion to Northeast conflict.
That's from the United Nations.
Yes, you can see that on page 7.
Yeah.
Opposition slams government as states IG house soars by 50%. You can see that on page 19. Christian killings. Federal government disagree as Khan backs US senator. You can see that on page 7. Then federal government the hassle in high stakes talk. The strike.
Strike.
Yes. Then what can we take again?
Okay, we can touch more on this because this is very, very important as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Okay. Page 2.
The Punch has given us another version of that report when yesterday when the report was released by the World Bank saying that 139 million Nigerians are poor. So it is a bold headline on the front page of the Punch for Thursday. Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report. Of course, they will reject it because it's not a good report at all.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a damning report as far the presidency is concerned. So Nigerians living in poverty rose. Listen, Nigerians living in poverty. This is according to the Punch. Rose from 115 million in 2023 to 139 million in 2025. This is just within the space of 2 years, 24 calendar months. Just within the space of 24 calendar months. That is 15. That is 120. That is 24 million. Nigerians.
24 million, yes.
Because if you remove 115 from 139, you get 24 million Nigerians
in 2 years.
We're thrown into the poverty radar in 2 years between 2023 and 2025. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
So we can see that on page
on
page
page 2.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see just few lines. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. You can read it for us.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. The presidency has disputed the latest economic report by the Nigerian's biggest multilateral lender. The World Bank, which estimated that 139 million citizens were living in poverty, describing the figure as unrealistic and detached from the country's economic reality. Yes. President Bola Tinubu, Special Advisor on Media and Public Communication, Sunday Dare, said in a post of his official X handle on Wednesday that the poverty figure must be probably contextualized. Yeah. Within the limit of global poverty measurement model. So let's just pick some few points there.
From Sunday Dare.
Okay.
He said this is while
Nigerians value its partnership with the World Bank and appreciate its contribution to policy analysis, the figure quoted must be probably contextualized. It is unrealistic, Dare said. The presidency explained that the 139 million figure was derived from the global poverty line of $2.15 per person per day. $2.15 per person per day. Set in 2019 using the Jesus.
What Sunday Dare like she rightly read out. The presidency has countered World Bank's report. They rejected the report that Nigeria is 139 million Nigerians are in poverty. According to Sunday Dare is a former minister under the previous administration, the last administration, Muhammadu Buhari. He was a minister of sport and art and social youth development. So Sunday Dare said, in his response to the World Bank report yesterday, Sunday Dare said, while Nigeria values its partnership with the World Bank and appreciates its contributions to policy analysis, the figure quoted must be properly contextualized. It is unrealistic. He went on to back up his support. The presidency explained that 139 million figure was derived from the global poverty line. Okay, yeah, we know. Okay, it was derived from the global poverty line, but this figure is huge. Okay, Nigeria has no business to being poor at all, despite the enormous resources we have. Despite the expanse of land, despite the resources, the natural resources. Nigeria is the 5th largest producer of oil, of crude oil. Is the 5th largest producer of crude oil. So why would 139 million Nigerians be poor? Why would that be poor? So the president has a lot to do when it comes to things like this. They have a lot to salvage their names from this. Okay, let's go back to the front page of the Punch. Okay, sorry. All right. According to the UN, Nigeria lost $10 billion in Northeast conflict. Opposition slams governors as states internally generated revenue soars by 50%. That is on page 19 of the Punch. Let's see if we can read few lines for our listeners and those watching us on TikTok. Okay, here is the story. All right. Okay, this is a story. The surge in subnational revenue has drawn mixed reactions from stakeholders nationwide, including labor union leaders and opposition parties, many of whom have criticized poor revenue management and the neglect of key projects at both federal and state levels. This follows Monday's release of internally generated revenue data by the National Bureau of Statistics, showing states' combined revenue jumped by 50% to 3.63 trillion in 2024, even as dependence on monthly disbursement from the federal account allocation and committee persisted. Also, the opposition leaders, both from the political parties and the labor union leaders, they've criticized the government's claim that the internally generated source by 50%. If you say what you are generating has increased by 50%, so why are you still borrowing money? Why are you still collecting money from the federal government? This is what they are saying. This is what they are saying. Okay, so Lagos, we'll go on a quick musical break, and when we return, we'll be wrapping up headlines on the front page of our national dailies. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.